excited because I'm going to be showing you some of the things I eat because people are always asking what I eat, and I haven't been making recipes for a while. But today I'm going to be making a recipe here, and it's one of my favorite recipes because we've been talking a lot about in the show about fruit and eating a lot of fruit. Well, I'm a big fan of fruit because it digests so easy, and if you're getting good quality fruit, it has a lot of nutrients in it. However, we can overdo the fruit, and if you take it in more fruit than you burn, it can be a problem, which is quite a common issue that I see today in the raw food movement. All that's another subject. What am I eating today? Today I am making a blended salad. Now today some people call it a green smoothie, but no, it's a blended salad. And Wigmore used to call it an energy soup. You can call it whatever you want. I'm pretty much putting greens with no fruit in the blender, and I'm making them taste pretty decent. So that's what I'm going to do here today. Now, I eat this when I don't want to get a whole salad because of the chewing, and I juice often, so this is what I do from a blended standpoint. And people ask me what's better, blended or juicing, and I think we should have both in our diet. And I do think whole foods are excellent as well, and that includes fruits and vegetables as the majority of our diet. But all the recipes I do, I like to keep it very simple for everyone, so they don't have that complaint, I know what to do, it's just too time consuming. No, it's very simple to do what we're doing here today. We're going to be making a blended salad, and the ingredients we're going to use, basically, we have some celery, we have some spinach, and you can use any greens you want. As for the celery, you can use, if you want, fennel instead, or red pepper instead. We're going to use a cucumber. We have an avocado, we have a lemon, and again, you can use an orange if you don't want to use the lemon. We have some Celtic sea salt. We have some green powder, which I'll just put a little of that in. And this is the Synergy green powder, the Synergy greens. Now, normally for this recipe I use fresh tomatoes, but we ran out of tomatoes and we had some dried tomatoes that we just dried, so we'll be using this as well. Now, if it was colder outside, or if I was in a colder environment, I might put a teaspoon of olive oil in there. And I know a lot of people that like to put garlic in here. I'm not a big fan of garlic, so I won't put that in mine. But if you choose to do so, you can do that as well. So now we're going to make this recipe here. And usually I don't have to add any water, only because there's so much liquid in the cucumber, the celery, and the tomato. But because since I'm using dried tomatoes, I might have to add a little bit of water today, and we'll see how it goes. And basically, whatever I have laying around the house, I could put in a blender and make it taste good with these ingredients as a base. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put my liquid ingredients in first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lemon, and I'm going to squeeze up the lemon. And now I have a really nice blender here, so I don't have to cut everything too small. But if you do have an inexpensive blender, you might have to cut the pieces smaller, or even possibly use a food processor. But we're using a good blender here. It's a total blender, the K-Tech, so we won't have to do that. And we also have the extra wide craft on there too, so that's going to help blend it up. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm squeezing up here my lemon juice. So it's the juice of one lemon. And again, you can use orange, the juice of an orange if you prefer, or a lime, but I love lemons. So I'm just going to squeeze up a lemon here. So we got that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our cucumber. It's an organic cucumber. Not everything I eat is organic, but there are some things that I will not eat not organic, and cucumber is one of them. I don't like unorganic cucumbers. I don't like the wax on them, so I make sure I eat my cucumbers. So basically I'm just going to cut this cucumber and put this in here. Now you can use a half a cucumber. I'm going to put a whole cucumber in. Now cucumbers are one of my favorite foods. I live in a tropical environment, and they're very cooling to the system. They're actually melons. They're not vegetables. Anything with a seed is a fruit, and a cucumber is a non-sweet melon. So it's one of the perfect foods of nature if you're in the perfect environment of nature, like I am. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some celery, and I'll take, now celery has a natural salt flavor, and so I'm going to take 3 stalks of celery here, and I'm just going to cut this up and put it in. So I got my celery in here, and now I'm going to take my salad greens, and we're using spinach as the choice today. So we're going to take our salad greens and put them in. Now whatever I don't use, I compost, but I'm using everything today. But if I was using something where anything was left over or anything that didn't get in the blender, I would compost and make either crackers out of that, or I would put it in my compost pile. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Celtic sea salt. Now with the salt, it's just enough to taste. So I'm putting a little bit in, and if I didn't put enough, I could add more later. But if I put enough, then that'll be fine. And then the next thing I'll do now, I wouldn't normally put my tomatoes in first because they're so juicy, but we didn't have those, so I'm going to put some dried tomatoes in here. This actually will make it a little bit sweeter since they are dried. But there'll be less liquid, so like I said, we might have to add some water. So we have our tomatoes. Now, before I put the avocado in, I'm just going to blend it up first. First, let me put in a little bit of my green powder here. So I'm going to, since the avocado has no liquid in it at all, I'm going to blend it up first, and then I'll put the avocado in. So it's already liquefied to make it as easy as possible. So I'm just going to turn this on now. We got this plugged in. Here we go. So I didn't need more liquid after all, so I won't be using any water. But now I'm going to put in the avocado, so we'll see what happens here. Now, I got a really nice Hass avocado. This one is actually probably a perfect avocado. That's looking really great. People always ask me, how do you know if an avocado is perfect? When you get a good one like this, there's no going back. This is great. So, I'm just going to put the avocado in here. Now, I didn't blend it all the way just yet because I knew I still had the avocado. I just wanted to get the initial stages of everything mixed together before I put the avocado in. Now an avocado, a whole avocado, this would be a lot of fat every single day. So a lot of times I just put half of avocado in here, and sometimes I put other things in here. And it depends what else you're eating throughout the day. If it's the only fat throughout the day, and that's not too much. But if you're eating a lot of other fat throughout the day, then that is definitely too much. But I'm going to blend this up here. Wow, there it is. We're done. How simple was that, everybody? And you know what? This is a base. Now, I eat it. I love it just like this, but you could put a whole bunch of other things in there, from red pepper. You could put in there anything you want. If you want to put some fruit in there, you can, but I never have to. I just love the taste the way it is. Basically, when you have an avocado and you have salt, which you're getting naturally from the celery and also from the dried tomatoes, you have a sweet flavor. It's a great combination. Now, if you want to put some pine nuts in there and some Italian spices, you got a wonderful green pesto and some basil for anything, for the top of a little pizza or raw pizza or something. Now, if you didn't make this as thick as I did, you could even have a salad dressing if you wanted to do that. Well, we got our blended salad here, and we'll just give it a taste here. Lunch is going to be good today, everybody. All right, now what I'm going to do is, if you had some flax crackers, you could put this in a bowl with the flax crackers and eat it that way. What I have is, one of our favorites, is kimchi, which is fermented vegetables, and we're going to put that right over the top, and we're going to enjoy today's lunch. So if you have any questions or comments about this recipe or any others, just post them below the video, and we're going to enjoy this now. Until then, everybody, have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.